Hello everybody, this is Saeed and today we're going to try to do and create this sci-fi dark matter or sci-fi sphere. So we're going to do that on Blender. So if this is actually a intermediate uh, intermediate user tutorial, so if you are a beginner you may follow to have an idea about the workflow, and I might be I might be dropping some tutorials for beginners in the future. So let's get into it. First thing we're gonna do, delete the default cube and add in a UV sphere. We are going to smooth it, and after that we will add a particle system, set it to hair, and as you can see here we have the default hair shape. So we will hide this for now. Click H to hide it. Next, we will add a curve, Bezier curve, and tap to edit mode. Add in a new vertex by subdividing the curve, and we'll try to have an abstract shape, or say these two vertices like that. And we go to the curve settings here on the geometry tab, on the bevel tab, on the bevel window. We set the depth to 0.1. That's good. I will adjust these two vertices. Grab it up. It's totally up to you. You can do whatever shape you want, because what we're gonna do after that is I will bring back my UV sphere. We'll use the particle system to get this curve into the hair. We'll use this curve and replace it over the UV sphere. And the way to do that is to go to the particle system. Over on the render tab, we choose object instead of path, like that, and we select our instance object like that. As we can see, we have now our as I was saying, we'll have the our curve on the UV sphere. We can adjust it by setting the object rotation right here and rotate our curve as we want. We may add or increase the number of particles on the UV sphere. Let's put it 10,000. That's good. Next thing to do, yeah, is to add in a force field and set it to turbulence. This is the idea behind the animation of this black or dark matter, and to animate it, all that you have to do is to, let's bring up this timeline and tap this bring this transform tab. What we will do to animate this dark matter is to move over the turbulence force field. So as you can see here, the particles on the UV sphere are reacting with the are reacting as we move the turbulence force field. So this is the idea behind animation, the animation of this dark matter. So we will carry on the creation of this dark matter. We will switch to, or we will add a light. We will start by deleting the default light like that, and we'll add a point light. Can bring it here on the y-axis like that. And the next thing to do, or we can also increase the power to, let's set it to maybe 400. That's good. Let's switch to rendered mode like that. We can see how it's reacting with the UV sphere. Let's put it or change the color into some bluish color. My laptop is a bit laggy because it's not really powerful. Anyway, let's switch back to solid. Next thing we want to do is maybe, yeah, we should increase the strength of our force field to have that, to have a good effect on the particles on the UV sphere. Let's put it on 50. As you can see here, the UV sphere or the particles on the UV sphere start changing, and when you animate it, it will have a really good effect on it. So let's give those let's give the particles on the UV sphere a material. Adding a material, maybe black one would be good. Set it to black. Maybe we will make it a bit shiny. 0.3 on the roughness to decrease the roughness, like that. Yeah, and it's pretty much the things that the basic things that you have to put in mind when you are when you are creating something like this. It's all about the particle systems and the lights. Those are the basic things. Another thing to note is we can switch or change the material of our UV sphere and put it the same as the particles over it to have a bit of seamless look. Yeah. Another thing to do is maybe we set the light to make the dark matter a bit shiny or make it stand out. We add an area light and increase its power, maybe 500 is good. Yeah, I mean it's maybe a bit too much. Let's bring it down. Maybe 100 is good. Yeah, so I will go ahead and render this and we'll see the result. So after rendering the scene, this is my final render. Well, I've added some things to the overall scene. So I've added a cube and set the shading to volumetric. This have helped me to have some fog around the UV sphere or the dark matter or whatever. I've added some lighting, and yeah, that's all. And if you want an animated, you can, as I said before, you can move over the turbulence, and you can also, if you want, keyframe the scaling and scale it up to have some other interesting effects that will help you to, I mean, it's all up to you. The good thing about doing abstract stuff in 3D is that you have the total freedom to do whatever you want. You can add some lights, maybe you can add some rings around the UV sphere. It's all up to you. Well, that's it for this tutorial. I hope that it has helped you to learn something new. So maybe I will be dropping some other tutorials in the future. So subscribe and thank you for watching.